Woo! The new Black Ops 6 Season 5 patch notes are now live, and we're going to be discussing all of the relevant changes that are going to be happening within this next major title update. Now, this update is going live on August 8th at 11 a.m. Central Time. So after watching the video, let me know down in the comment section if this update is a W or a complete L. Now, Battlefield 6 multiplayer beta is also going live tomorrow at 3 a.m. Central Time, so I will be covering both on the channel. Feel free to let me know down in the comment section if you're going to be playing Battlefield 6. I already know the comments are probably going to be quite ridiculous in this video, but hey, it's all good. I'm gonna be playing it as well, and I'm actually really excited. And by the way, if you need help leveling up all your weapons but don't have enough time to play, Mitch Cactus has you covered. They offer services such as max leveling all of your weapons and even unlocking camo challenges all the way up to Dark Matter. So for cheap, reliable, and safe Black Ops 6 services, check out Mitch Cactus, and you can use my discount code EARS to save off your purchase. Link is at the top of the description. Now let's go over the patch notes, and it looks like we have the story cinematic for Black Ops 6. Let's go ahead and take a look at this to see exactly what we are going to be getting this season. I'm not going to lie, I haven't really been keeping up with what's going on in Black Ops 6 these past like couple of weeks. Obviously, I know what's going on, but I haven't been really invested in it like the previous CODs. It's
Intel
just,
says last of the moles
the events are so like stupid with all this like cartoon nonsense.
You'll be happy to hear the full might of the U.S. military is at your disposal.
It was just kind of too much. I don't know. It just didn't make any sense.
Holy shit.
Look at all that.
They're giving us the keys to the toy box?
Think of it as a welcome home present. So, where do we start?
I saw the AUG, assault rifle. Oh yeah. I hear the Grim Reaper. The LMG. I saw that, the new LMG. I believe we're getting an AR, an LMG, and a melee weapon off rip. Yep.
Payback's a bitch.
All right. A free content update on August 7th. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the roadmap. We will go ahead and get into that. But here are the maps. We are getting Runway, which is going to be a 6v6 map. Pretty much an airport. We're going to be getting Exchange, which is also a 6v6 as well as a 2v2 map. So this is going to be Runway here. This is going to be Exchange. And we're also getting World Motor Dynasty, which is WMD, okay, which is going to be a remake from the original Black Ops 1. So we're getting two original maps, and then we're getting a remake, which is quite interesting. So Runway, a Pantheon mole attempts their escape via the Arzak provincial airport. All hell breaks loose as the rogue Black Ops team pursues one of their final targets. Wreckage and luggage litter the tarmac, flames licking the sides of the terminal, and black smoke rising from the fire in the airport control tower. That's Runway. Now for Exchange, rogue Black Ops pursues a mole attempting to strike a deal in a vibrant Avalon marketplace, crash the party, and unleash havoc in the small-sized 3-lane map centered around the deli, its roof adorned with marble statue of a mythic sea god. Okay, so that's interesting. You can see over there. So probably Poseidon over there. At least we have a small to medium-sized map, probably realistically another small to medium-sized map, and then not necessarily a large map, but WMD I would say is probably on that, you know, medium-sized map as well. Weapons of mass destruction center, kind of what they're going for. Now for the new modes, we're getting Aim High, which is going to be aim high to survive access to a variety of game modes, including Team Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint, Kill Confirm, where headshots land instant eliminations, while full body armor minimizes damage dealt. So it's going to be a headshot, essentially a headshot only mode. That's very interesting. We are also getting snipers only, which is going to be a snipers only mode, which we've seen in previous Call of Duty. We saw that in Black Ops 4. And we're also getting cranked mosh pit, which is going to be actually quite interesting. Crank up the adrenaline in this mosh pit where eliminations give you speed perks and activate a bomb countdown on your operator. Chain eliminations to refresh the bomb timer and earn twice the score for your team. If you do get taken out, start the process again to keep slaying to maintain your momentum. So something we've already seen in previous Call of Duties. Now for the new weapons, we are getting the PLM 5.5 LMG. This is going to be in the battle pass, so you're going to have access to this immediately, thank God. Full auto light machine gun, fast fire rate, and high lethality offset by low mobility and hefty recoil. When a rival operator is holding the trigger down on the PLM 5.56, you'll know mainly due to the damage and huge amount reserves mitigated somewhat by lengthy reload. So this actually could be a viable light machine gun. We are also going to be getting the ABR A1, the AUG. We saw this in Black Ops. I believe it was Black Ops 4. We saw the ABR 3-round burst. Yep, 3-round burst assault rifle, good handling and power, moderate recoil and damage, configurable to full auto. So you can't actually convert this to full auto. So I like that. So you can technically make 2 different builds of this, which is, you know, more content. Great. The iconic assault rifle returns with a similar weapon being a fan favorite staple of the Black Ops series. Yep, the ABR A1 combines a high damage output that can drop enemies in tight 3-round bursts with a brief pause in between, almost fast enough to be called automatic. So it's going to be essentially what the ABR was in Black Ops 4. It probably will be able to get a 3-shot, you know, 1 burst in close range. And then we are getting a gimmick boxing gloves, which is going to be in-season event reward. So they always bring in some gimmick weapons. Now we're getting some new attachments. The 9mm PM skull splitter, which is going to be transforming this into essentially a 1-shot headshot pistol, which actually is quite interesting. And we are getting the PPSH 41 helical magazine in season. Fire to the beat of your own drum with this SMG attachment that puts other magazines to shame. Manage heat on this high ammo count magazine that excels at spraying bullets in close and medium ranges. Let me read this again. Bring the power and precision of a marksman rifle to your favorite pistol with the 9mm PM skull splitter barrel. The barrel greatly increases damage, especially to the head, reducing rate of fire. Pair with an extended magazine that gives the operator additional ammo for this weapon at the expense of handling. So it's essentially going to be like a high damage pistol. Okay, awesome. We have a new zombies map. I'm going to skip over this because this is primarily multiplayer that I cover. We're going to jump right over to the weapon balancing as well. So weapons, multiplayer, and zombies. Weapon max level display. So your current weapon level and the weapon's max weapon level will now both be displayed in many locations where previously only your current weapon level was displayed. This will make it easier for players to see how many weapon levels they have remaining before reaching max weapon level. Okay, that's cool. So you can, you know, track when you get the DLC weapons, you know how long it's going to take theoretically. Attachments address an issue where the monolithic suppressor remain locked for some players on the LC10 and FFAR1. I don't even have it unlocked for the LC10, so it's nice that we have that available now. And so here is the weapon adjustments. With our Season 5 update, we are targeting some of the weapons that are seeing lower overall usage than we would like. For primary weapons, those are mainly the shotguns and semi-auto rifles, as well as the Fing 82. These weapons have all received range improvements that will help them remain effective in more combat scenarios. We're also making improvements to all the launched pistols with the introduction of powerful special weapons, the new skull splitter barrel for the 9mm PM, and the upcoming Grave Mark .357. It's going to be for that Magnum. The other sidearms are due to revisit. That said, it's still our design intent for the other sidearms to be limited in versatility or power when compared to primary weapons. Along those lines, we are reducing the effectiveness of the Olympia in this update. We are happy that it made its triumphant return, but it was a little too versatile and powerful in the previous state. More details can be found below. So that's obvious. The Olympia was kind of ridiculous at close range, but in all reality, it wasn't that overpowered. Now, for the assault rifles, which looks like this is all they're doing for the ARs as of right now, the Goblin MK2 is getting a damage buff for the maximum damage range and the medium damage range, which is interesting. That's all the ARs we're getting right now. Shotguns. All primary shotguns are receiving improvements to their mid and medium damage ranges to help with their consistency beyond very close quarters, which is honestly something that I don't know why they're doing here in Season 5. I feel like shotguns, LMGs, they should just remain mid. That's just my personal opinion, because most people that play Call of Duty use ARs, SMGs, and when shotguns are like ridiculously overpowered, it drives people away. I mean, Vanguard had broken shotguns for 90 days, and it completely killed the multiplayer experience off rip. So I don't know why they're going ahead and doing this, but again, it is Season 5, so they probably don't care. The Marine SP is getting a damage range improvement for medium, as well as actually minimum damage as well. ADS spread improved from 3.1 to 3 degrees. ASG is getting its damage medium as well as minimum improved as well. Maelstrom damage improved medium and minimum. And they are obviously going to be adjusting the ADS spread from 3.285 to 3.27. And then for this one, 3.4 to 3.35. Light machine guns. The Thing 82 has continued to see lower usage, but compared to other LMGs, it's hilarious because they brought that bar and it really didn't do anything. People still aren't running it. A slower rate of fire can make full auto weapons less forgiving, but typically we balance that with an exceptional TTK and good performance at range. In this case of the Thing 82, the range at which that exceptional TTK was available was very short, especially for the LMG class. This change almost doubles the range where headshots matter most. So they're drastically improving the maximum damage range. You're going to be getting a 2-shot kill at longer ranges, so the bar is probably going to be really good now. Marksman rifles. The range improvements to semi-auto marksman rifles focus on the max damage range, where the TTK outshines full auto weapons. These ranges have been increased to ensure that these weapons are significantly advantaged in most engagements found on core 6v6 maps. So the Tarsov 7.62 has a minimum damage range improvement. The DM2 also has a maximum and a medium damage range improvement. I said maximum for the medium for the Tarsov. It's going to have a maximum damage improvement. The TR2 is also getting maximum as well as medium damage range improvement. And for snipers, we heard a lot of feedback on the SVD full auto mod and how it felt lost between sniper and more traditional rifle. We've made several changes that move this more firmly towards the marksman and assault rifle categories, including reduced recoil, sway, and flinch. We've also improved the range, which is an important part of the sniper DNA that we want this attachment to retain. So they buffed the SVD full auto mod, which in all reality, I thought was already good and a lot better than all the submachine guns. Ironically, they're trying to keep this more like an AR or a marksman rifle, which is kind of weird because it actually is pretty solid. Lastly, we unlocked the stock, whatever that is, for the full auto mod so that players can further improve their receive flinch mobility of the weapon. I guess the stock mod. We have been seeing your feedback about wanting fewer restrictions with post-launch attachments, and it's something that we are being mindful of as we look at the rest of Black Ops 6 content and beyond. So for the SVD, they improved the maximum damage range and medium damage range, now compatible with stock attachments. View kick and gun kick reduced, visual recoil reduced, idle sway reduced by 25%, and receive flinch now reduced by 25% as well. And for the pistols, the 9mm PM has a damage maximum range improvement, medium damage range improvement. Grekova also has a maximum and a medium damage range improvement. The GS45 has a maximum and medium damage range improvement, as well as the Strider 22 has a maximum and medium damage range improvement as well. Specials, so they're going to be adjusting the Olympia. As mentioned in the opening note, the Olympia is receiving some significant nerfs to reduce its effectiveness at longer ranges. These come in the form of an actual range reduction as well as a 25% increase to ADS spread. players will find that they may need to rely on both shots to take down targets at medium ranges, so they're going to completely potentially kill the Olympia. On the flip side, the short barrel is seeing improvements to its range and handling. This task was outshined by the default barrel, but with the changes to its base configuration, these improvements we hope to make it viable, aggressive alternative. So they're going to technically reduce the medium range across the board, but on the short barrel, they're going to buff the medium and the minimum damage range. Kind of interesting, and they adjusted the ADS spread from 2.2 degrees to 2.7. And they also improved the sprint to fire from 25 to 40 milliseconds on the short barrel, and they improved the aim down sight speed from 50 to 70. That's interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. And they have additional updates to random things in the game as well. Here's some of the ranked play rewards as well this season. And that's going to be essentially all of the patch notes for Season 5 as of right now. Honestly, I would have liked to see more weapon balance this season, but at the same time, I personally believe they're going to hold off for 2 weeks until the Battlefield 6 beta is over. I think they know that a lot of people are going to be trying out Battlefield 6, including myself, so they're probably not too inclined to do a lot of weapon balance this update. We'll have to see exactly what's going down. Some class setup changes have to be made, so stay tuned for an updated top 5 when the update does go live. And if you think the update is a W, let me know down in the comment section. If you think it's an L, also let me know down in the comment section. If you're going to be playing Battlefield 6 this weekend, let me know down in the comment section. Also, if you guys are excited for Season 5 or Battlefield 6 and want to stay up to date, feel free. Drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm going to catch you guys when the update does go live. Deuces.